Hi everybody, this is RH again from ColumbiaVapor.com. In this video I'm going to be talking about how to choose the electronic cigarette that's right for you. Now I've got the three that I carry right here. There are a lot of other models out there. There are some of them that are modded from the way that they come from the factory. Ours are not. Ours are completely stock the way that they come. And that's basically the difference between them is, and with a lot of the electronic cigarettes, there are a lot of quality ones out there, you need to look at, first of all, what it is about smoking that you like and what elements of smoking you want to have in an electronic cigarette as compared to the traditional. And then the other thing is what isn't really important to you. What are you willing to sacrifice? An electronic cigarette is never going to perfectly replicate smoking a cigarette because it's not a cigarette, but it's a very, very good... it's a very similar thing, you know. You kind of have to look at it and figure out what's important to you. Between the three of the ones that we carry, I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of the three of those. We've got the DSE510, the DSE901, and the DSE801. The 801 is a pen style. The 901 is going to be a mini. The 510 is a super mini. Starting with the smallest one, the 510 here. The advantages that this has, and one of the reasons that people like it, is it's really the most similar to a traditional cigarette. It's got a similar feel in your hand. It's got the rounded end, which feels the same in your mouth, as opposed to the whistle tip that a lot of the other ones have. So a lot of people like that. This one's going to be really nice for somebody that's just out a lot. You want something that's small, that fits in your pocket easily, something that's convenient to carry. This is going to be a great one for that. The downside to this one is, since the parts are all smaller, since the battery's smaller, that means the battery life is going to be somewhat shorter. You might want to carry an extra battery with you. So it's easier to carry, but you don't want to end up with a dead battery halfway through the day. End up having to buy a pack of traditional cigarettes, because after all, that's why you've got this vaporizer. Let's just switch over to that. With the atomizer being smaller, it's not going to create quite as much vapor. It's not going to be quite as substantial. Vapor production on this one. Produces a good amount of vapor for its size. The 901, it's a little bit bigger. Put them side by side here so you can see. Not a whole lot bigger, but it is bigger. It's got the whistle tip, which a lot of people don't like. A lot of people really like it a lot. So it's going to be your personal preference. This one is going to create more vapor. The battery life is going to be longer. Even though the battery is almost the same length, it is a little bit thicker, which you probably can't see on my webcam, but take my word for it, it is. And since the atomizer is bigger, it's going to create a little bit more vapor. Now this one has a lot of throat hit. This is one that you're definitely going to feel going down compared to the other ones. The flavor is very nice on it too. It's a good electronic cigarette. If you want something that has a longer battery life, you want something a little rougher, this is going to be a good selection for you. Here's the vapor production on this one. Definitely creates more vapor, and you definitely feel it going down. The 801, the pen style, compared to either one of them, is huge. A lot of people really don't like that. A lot of people are fine with it. This one is really good if you're going to be in an airports or in your car, an extended car ride, something like that. It's going to be a great one because this battery lasts forever. This big atomizer like this, this creates a cloud of vapor. It's not quite as harsh and not quite as much of a throat hit as the 901. So this is going to look like. So that's what you got with the 801. Really, I'd say the points to consider what's important to you between the three of these. If size is really an issue for you and the feel of a cigarette, the 510 is going to be a great option for you. That's going to be the one you want. If you like to smoke something that's a little bit harsher, something that you feel a little bit more going down, the 901 is going to be a great one, if you're okay with it being a little bit larger. The 801 is going to be the one that you're going to want if flavor is the most important thing to you, because this one really creates a lot of flavor, but it is very, very light going down. This one's more similar to a light cigarette, where this one's a little more like a full flavor. Between them, honestly, I've decided I like the whistle tip, so This one isn't as much for me, and I don't care about it being a little bit bigger. Between the two of these, just depends on what you're in the mood for. For me, this one's good for, you know, when I'm going places, when I'm in the car, whatever. This one's really nice for going around the house. This one is actually really nice with a USB pass-through. One of the things about a USB pass-through, one of the reasons I like it with that, is it does create a little bit of weight on the end. So I think it's really nice to just kind of hold it like that and just kind of, you know, puff away on it. So that's going to be the difference between the three of those, and hope you got some good information off of that. As always, if there's anything that you want me to cover in particular, any kind of mod or something that you don't understand exactly what it means, don't hesitate to send a request in, and we'll get to that as soon as we can. Thank you.